Ah, there we go. Oh no, we have viewers as well. Oh, we have Alpha Glitch Girl and Cake Bomb. But right, enough screwing about. We might as well get started today. I did try streaming about 10 minutes ago and just like nobody turned up. So I'm going to try again, and I might just upload footage to YouTube anyway so people can watch it in their own time. I do need something to upload today for the Tuesday video. So we're now working on version 0.7 of the Lion game. As you can see here in the starting message, Alpha 0.7 dev version, I guess. And I've done a little bit of messing about. I've changed the kind of format here. If I just expand the console a little bit so you can see it properly. Everything is now kind of spaced a bit better. So first your starting message, and gives you all your stats. It now says what is your next action. I think that's different to what it used to say. I can't remember. And then you can put in something like wait. And then it says the results, and it leaves a gap, and then the new turn starts here by printing out your stats again. So we'll do. So yeah, click on what happens if you do that. That command doesn't exist. Then it doesn't leave a gap. Or eat. There's nothing to eat, so still kind of treats it as if it's a new turn. I might want to change that. If it's not an invalid command, then leave that space. It's probably not a bad idea. Oh, if I can find the box. Okay, so where does it do that? I'll be in here, won't it? Where does it leave that gap? Oh, bit laggy. Was it an end update? It shouldn't be, should it? No. Oh, is it the start? Yeah, it is. It would be better to move it to the end. So that although it could just use if it was still an invalid command from the last turn, because it would still be set in there, wouldn't it? Maybe. No, actually, it automatically sets invalid command to false there, so we can actually do it before there. So we'll say if it's not an invalid command, and do this, so that if they put in a command that's wrong, it won't leave that space, because when it leaves that space, that signifies that it's a new turn, and it's not really a new turn. If I don't really see that, yeah, it's quite laggy. So if I do eat now, which would normally be an invalid command, yeah, it leaves a space. But if we type in a valid command at this time, so that would be wait, it does leave a space. Although theoretically, this should also be that. I think this line here. Alright then, well let's actually move that there. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's move this. Actually, this is really bad, this big line of text here. Right. Okay, let's try that. Really, I should be running this in debug mode, so I don't have to keep doing this. But anyway, so now if I type eat, for example, here, there's nothing to eat. Over when I write a valid command like wait, it tells me wait leaves something. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit better. That should kind of send a bit of a better signal to the player when they're doing something wrong. So let's now we've got that little. Well, it's not really aesthetic, is it? Because it's not really a visual thing of a game like this, but a little design thing there going on. But now let's actually get to the main focus of this stream, which is new mechanics. Now, I have added a couple of new things here in the zebra. It now has a boolean called is running. So basically, a zebra can be stationary until it sees the player, the lion, and then it will start running. So this will enable you to do things like stealth attacks, I think. But of course we need to do quite a bit more to set that up properly, and we'll probably be messing about with that in here. So what have we got at the moment? Is the yeah, boolean running is oh dear. Right, where we create zebras in the constructor, right, where's that? Right, let's just search, right. Okay, so by default it's not running, as you can see there. When we create the zebra, that is using the chase kind of event, it uses this false here, which basically means that it's not running. And I think it's the same in when you find zebras in watering holes as well. Let's go have a look. Yeah, again, false. But that isn't really doing anything at the moment, so we need to figure out what we're going to do with that. Of course, at some point there may be a kind of event where the zebra is running right from the start. It sees you as soon as you find it, in which case we'd want to have a bit of a random number generation going on here to determine whether or not it's going to be running as soon as you find it. But at the moment, as soon as you enter the hunt event, you will the zebra will not be running. So also what you can do is as soon as you get into the event, you can start chasing it straight away. And I think as soon as you issue a chase command, that will immediately make it running. As soon as you start running towards it, it will detect you and start running away. Actually, I think until before we get to all that, we should probably have right, yeah, okay, so this is the bit where the animal runs away from you. The distance between you and the animal is increased by the speed of the animal, but that's only if it isn't dead, you haven't grabbed it, and it should also be and is running. Actually is and oh, I just realised actually, will this work? It won't work, will it? Right, just right, I'll tell you what we need. This wants to go from here and into game object. If I could find it, it's not here, is it? Damn it. Right, games, line game, source, default package, game object. Right, I'm just going to plonk it in here for now. Looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Right. And let's just go back. So that's all going to be nice and yeah, that's not going to cause any stupidity then. Right, let's go back to here. So now we can just say animal.is running and it should be fine. Right, okay, so if it's running, yeah, it will now run away. So theoretically Let's just test this. So we'll search. We'll search for food. Right, so it's 94 meters away. Now if we wait, it's still 94 meters away because it's not running away yet. If we chase it, it's still not running because I haven't actually implemented anything yet to make it start running. So obviously now we can just run up to this zebra and it's not even attempting to get away. So we will sort that out in a moment. So have a look at what's going on in the stream. People have left apparently. It's on 1 again. Oh, a wild flinny appeared. That's gotta be good, right? The great Flinny himself has come to observe our progress. Right, so where was I here? Let's get back to the coding. Where is the chase method? Right, okay, so animal dot is running equals true. So as soon as you start chasing it, that's when it will run. So now when you roar as well, yeah, just a bit confused there. Right, okay, so just wondering, maybe it would instead of having all these, maybe it could just be is running, and then there'll be like a thing where if it's dead it's not running or something like that. It doesn't matter, they'll always get the job done, I think. Right, so the bit where you roar at the zebra. Right, okay. Normally, when you roar at the zebra, it ends the event, but it shouldn't really do that, so we'll get rid of this. And instead we'll replace it with animal dot is scared. No, is running. Sorry. See, not the thing, is it? Equals true. Can't remember it's actual boolean, not a method. That's what's going on. Oh, it's yep, Flinny here in the chat. Alright then. So let's just have a look at this. Let's run in debug. Hold on. Okay, so now let's search for food. Right, so 58 meters away from the zebra. I'm just sort of chilling here. Oh, what? I'm starving to death. What? Oh my god! It took me 98 hunger. Oh my god! Is that even possible? Oh my god! I was like really unlucky. Apparently, like that's no good. Right, we need to restart, don't we? I need a restart command in this game, I think. Like, it took me so long to find food that I was starving by the time I'd found it. Right, 11, that's a bit better. So now if we wait, yep, it's just sort of sitting there. And now if we roar at it, it's scared and it runs away. So now it's just the standard is running, yeah, and then you have to chase it to catch up with it. And the same should happen when you try to chase the zebra as well. Any other things that you can do that would make it start to run away? Not at the moment, no. So now we can actually start adding other things which will influence this. So happens in chase at the moment. Yeah, I guess that. Right, okay, so I think the name of the command to kind of sneak up should be stalk, right? That should be the name of it. So that's what we'll do. It will be a kind of stealth attack. Well, no, sneaking. Yeah, yeah. I'm sort of rambling. Okay, so if input dot equals stalk, then the command ID will equal 18. So you can kind of stalk your prey instead of just charging at it. I mean, I don't know much about like hunting habits of lions, but this should make it a bit more interesting. I think you can experiment with different styles of gameplay. Yeah, see me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so now we just need to add it to this bit here, so that the event class knows what to do with it. So if the command is 18, which is what it is, it will kind of run a default stalk method, which can be overridden of course, but if not, then it should be here, I think. So public void stalk, and this will be the kind of default set of code I'll run when someone tries to stalk. And by default there won't be anything for you to stalk, so there is nothing to stalk at the moment. Maybe we should say there are no animals to stalk. There are no animals to stalk at the moment. And that will of course be an invalid command, so it won't like reduce people's hunger and thirst because they try to do something that they can't. Because we're fair like that. So let's check that works. So we'll put that into here. Stalk. There are no animals to stalk at the moment. Wait, yeah, okay, that's all working beautifully. So now the hunt event needs to override this, which will basically kind of do what the what's it called? The chase command, not command, the method does, but it won't make the animal start running away. But it'll take longer to reach it, I think, that's the general idea. So public void stalk. So obviously, right now we need some sort of skill involved. I think you need a kind of stealth skill. And what the game will do is every time you try to stalk a little bit closer to the zebra, it will kind of check your stealth skill. Basically, roll to see if you can get close to the zebra without being detected. And of course, maybe later on, when we've got different animals in the game, different animals might have better detection skills, so it's easier to sneak up on different animals than others. And of course, it will be easier to sneak up on animals at night time, because it's dark. Yeah, and stuff like that. Okay, so here we are in the player class. Megahertz is here. No one knows what's happening. Pro coder here, okay. Yeah, Tux probably knows what's happening apart from that. Megahertz is confused. Just look at what's happening down here in the console. That's where the game happens, right? So, I'm just going to focus on this. Right, so public integer stealth skill, that's what we would call it. Now, I don't really like what's going on here. The mechanics for leveling up your different skills, they're all just basically blocked to 20, and this is just a waste. I could just have one number for all this. But I think later on actually, it does need to be a different one for each one, doesn't it? Because Otherwise we'll all be sharing the same number. Right, well in that case, private. I don't know why I'm making that for these private rather than public, but so this will be the next level that you have to get up to level up your stealth. So this will be the next stealth level, and by default we're saying you have to get up to 20 for that, and then the progress towards that. So that's next stealth progress, and these are really bad names, as I understand. I just noticed someone's got a yellow line on, hasn't it? I wonder why. Interesting. I haven't accidentally put that in, but right, so in the constructor here, that's the stealth skill will start off at kind of like a basic level 1. That's skill on the end now, shouldn't I not? We've still got this. Right, where's all the leveling stuff, right? I'll just copy paste this because this just does the same job, right? So if next stealth progress is greater than or equal to the next stealth level, so if we're saying that the kind of the progress towards the next level is equal to or greater than 20, then we'll run this. So we'll increase the stealth skill by 1. It will set the progress towards the next level back to 0. Otherwise you'll be constantly leveling up every time the game loops through, and we should change this to say your stealth skill has leveled up to whatever plus the stealth skill. Right then, so we've added the code to level it up. Now we just need events that can actually make it level up, and that would be actually having stealth. Right, so what we're going to do is, right, well the player needs a kind of thing it can do, doesn't it? So I'm going to put that here. Public void stalk, because basically in the player we've just got different things that the player can do, and stalking is one of them. So this will probably do similar things to what's in. Do we have what I'm thinking of? Oh, we have that, yeah, so we have chase, right? Now, stalking an animal will not decrease your energy. That's going to be one of the advantages of it. You can get close to an animal without exhausting yourself. You won't have to chase it for as long. But there also, I think there needs to be a kind of a catch, so that it's so it's not just basically OP. Well, basically it's going to be harder. There's less chance of it working successfully. I don't know. Right, well basically we just need some code that will yeah, well it wants to go here, doesn't it? So we'll want to take different factors into consideration when we are trying to decide if the player has successfully stalked a little bit close to the zebra. So those things will be how close you are to it, what your stealth skill is. Later we could add more variables to this, like what time it is, so at night time you're more likely to do it successfully. And of course there needs to be some randomness in it, so I think we've probably already, have we not got a random number generator here? Actually, the player should do this itself, right? So stalk, when this command, actually no, this should be public. So it wants to return something. We'll get to that in a minute. radiator's on right next to me, quite warm here. I have to take his jacket off, hold on. Just lob it on my bed. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so stock. Roll. Okay, so let's go into roll. Equals. I think we've already got a random number generator knocking about, haven't we? Yeah, then constructor. Right, r.next int. Now the roll should be perhaps a number. So it needs a kind of base number. So it'd be 20 times by the stealth skill, maybe. So so that will give us a certain number, and it will return roll. So that's basically what it will do. So when we tell the player to judge how successful it's going to be at sneaking, that's what it will return. So meanwhile, back in here, we will have our number, our random number, and early on this could be anywhere between 1 and 20. Then when you level it up, it will be somewhere between 2 and 40. When you level it, yeah, etc, etc. Now, what we're probably going to want to say is, so that obviously the higher the roll that we get, that's the more success you're having, right? Because the what's it called? The stealth skill acts as a multiplier. So obviously the higher the skill there, you know, you wouldn't want to be as you're leveling up, you're getting worse. So the higher this is, so the distance. So probably what we're going to get is here is, if you level up your stealth skill enough, you'll basically be undetectable once you get to like level something or other. Basically, the way I'm thinking of doing it at the moment, in the end you just get up to a stupidly high level, to be undetectable. So let's reconsider this. Obviously, the less distance there is, the closer you are to it, the less chance there is of it working. So just thought maybe what we could have, maybe like no, let's not. Let's just do it here. So how should I go about converting this? So the closer we are, the higher the chance of being detected. How should I express that? Should it really be like 100 take away the distance? So obviously if it's a short distance, that number's going to be higher. If you're quite far away, that number's going to be quite low. So if 100 and 100 meters is kind of the furthest you can get away from an animal without it, then it goes out of range, I think. Actually, no, is it? No, it's 150. Actually, and this actually, I don't like this being the way it is. public int max range equals 150, and we can use max range from now on because that's just stupid. It's kind of the whole point of programming. Right. So if the maximum range, take away the distance, is obviously that will return a kind of high number if you're close to it. Yeah, so if the maximum range minus the distance is less than, would that be it? Because obviously we're going to say that if this is higher, then it doesn't work, right? So if it's less than start player dot, where is it? Stalk, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Then right, so this will basically represent a successful kind of stalking, getting a bit closer. So we'll have a number. Obviously, if you are quite close to the zebra, this is going to be a very small number. And we can tweak this later and balance it, of course. I mean, no, if you're close to it, it's going to be a very big number, so it's got less chance of being higher than this. So I'll do some mess about with this later. But what we'll basically say is, I don't know, something's broken around here. Is it? Where is it? Need to save this. That's why. There we go. Right, well, first of all, we'll just tell him that he's got, no, actually, oh well, I think the amount that you will get closer to the zebra should be a kind of fixed amount, maybe 4 meters or something like that. So, the, what we want is distance, is it minus equals or equals minus? I can never remember which way around it is. Probably an example of it somewhere around here. Actually, I just did distance, yeah. So distance equals distance minus 4, I guess. So if it's successful, actually, well, you successfully approach the zebra a little without being detected. Actually, if this is just being used for all of them, I should say animal. And yes, I do want something where actually tells you what kind of animal it is, but using this, so we want some sort of variable, I don't know, can work on that later. So yeah, and obviously if this goes wrong, and obviously the kind of stalk skill isn't good enough, then what we want is you fail to sneak up on the animal and it begins to flee. And from then on we'll want animal.isRunning to be equal to true, because obviously now it's been detected. What else? I need We still haven't actually added something to level this up yet. So every time this gets cold, what we'll probably want to do is go next stealth progress plus. What have I done now? What have I done now? What's everywhere else? Well, seriously, it works for everything else, why doesn't it? I don't understand what's wrong with it. It works for all the other ones. Look, when you attack, your attack progress increases just fine. Oh, I know. Wow, damn. It's because it stops running after you frickin'. Yeah, it doesn't do anything past return, does it? Damn, I'm an idiot. Right. That should be everything. Right, okay, so let's give this a shot. I wonder who's actually here. It says 4 viewers. I went for the viewer list to update. Is it not going to someone to update apparently? Right, well let's get back to this. What is your right? Okay, let's give this a try then. So, search for food. We're 95 meters away, so let's try this for the first time. We will try stalk. Ah, we failed for the first one, right? So we tried to sneak up on the animal and began to flee. I just thought I could try and do it again. See, theoretically, there's actually nothing stopping us from. Right, obviously there's. Yeah, it's just sort of. Right, well here's something that needs sorting then. All this should only run if it's not already running. So if animal, no actually, if animal dot is running, so if it's not running, then you can do all this, right? Else the animal has detected you. You cannot sneak up on it. And should that be an invalid command? I think so. No, I just need to do all this. Right. Search for food. Right, I was only 12 meters away. Okay then, stalk. Right, we'll try and stalk it now. Yeah, it doesn't let you. Okay, that's good. It all works normal after that. Now what I don't know is why every single time this is failing. Well, actually, it did make sense before because we were really close to that zebra. I mean, actually, don't forget this stalker number at start is only between 1 and 20. Maybe it would make sense to kind of add to it because successful stealth isn't going to always work at the start of the game. Maybe it should be something that you kind of unlock later on. As you know, you'll try more and more times, and eventually you'll start to have a higher and higher success rate. So what I'll do is I'll search for food. Right, that's 33 minutes away. So well, think about it. It's just impossible under the maths, isn't it? 33 meters minus 100, right, so 150 minus 33, that's like 117, and it's going to return a number between 1 and 20, so this is, it's never going to be bigger than that, it's impossible. So what I think I need to do is give the player a bit of a better chance. I mean, obviously every time you do it, your stealth skill levels up a bit, but currently you can only successfully stalk an animal if it is more than 138 meters away. I don't even think they spawn that far away. I think the maximum distance that they spawn is 100. You know, it's only when, okay, so